Hello, Gemini. Elsie here to do a reading. It is for the week ahead, my birthday friends. Happy birthday to you for having a birthday today. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. If you've never been here before, welcome. We like to be in the comments around here, some of us, so thank you for your thumbs up. If you do decide to stay, that subscription button is just over there to the right. Hit the bell button and you'll know when I'm uploading. I usually upload for the air signs on Thursday, but I'm a little bit late this week because the week got a little bit busy and got away on me here. But if you hit that bell button, you'll know exactly when I'm uploading for your sign. We're going to start with some oracle cards, and then we're going to move to tarot. Let's find out what's going on for you, Gemini birthday friends. This is for the week ahead. It'll always be for the week ahead whenever you find it. Whether you find it today, tomorrow, or next week, it'll always be for the week ahead. Let's find out what's going on for Gemini. What are we starting with for Gemini? One tried to fly out there. Tell me about Gemini, please. All right. We've got tend to the small things. And so we've got spirit has a plan. So I feel like it's almost like the calm before the storm. Start with the small things, get the small things under control because I feel bigger things are coming. So we do have card number 40, the mouse spirit. Tend to the small things because the small things can add up to really big things. So when we have small things and we don't face them head on, we don't take care of them and get our stability while those things are happening, they turn into a tower. Eventually, if you keep pushing it on the back burner, the tower is going to get full and it's going to fall. We've got the tend to the small things. I feel like that's what you're supposed to do in the week ahead. In order to gain stability, make sure that the little things are taken care of. The little things that could, that one little leak that could burst a pipe, right? So make sure that you're taking care of the little things. And then we have here, Spirit has a plan. So we have card number 35, which is an 8. So Spirit has a plan for you. 8 is about the self or putting in the hard work. Spirit has a plan, koala spirit. So I feel like Spirit's cooking something up in the background. It says transformation is beautiful. It feels like something is about to change for you, my friend. What else do we got here? We've got time for a deep dive. So something that is emotionally deep is about to show up here. Card number 6, right? 6 can be the lovers, could be 6 cups, right? The swan spirit, swans mate for life. We've got the butterfly spirit, which is card 11. There we go. We have another synchronicity, right? So 11s, maybe you're seeing 11s. Transformation is beautiful, it says. All right. Let's find out what else is going on here. Tell me what else is going on for Gemini, please, for the week ahead. Gemini, if you're interested in a private read, there's a sale right now, 10% off of all of my services over at Wizio. I have pinned a comment to the top of the comments below this video. It is 10% off until the 30th of June. All the information you need is there. Tell me about Gemini, please. Tell me about Gemini. Ooh, wee. Look, you got a week of a lot of change coming up. Those are all major arcana. And the major arcana are the 21 cards in the tarot, right? From 0, which is the Fool, to the card number 21, which is the end of the journey, which is the World card. And we have all kinds of changes that are happening. Now, the difference between the minor and the major arcana is the major arcana you don't have a choice in. They show up in your reading to tell you this is happening. You're just going to have to prepare. That's why it's saying take care of the small things, because I feel like there are some big changes coming up for you. And should you get the small things taken care of, the big things won't be as daunting. We have card number 9, which is solitude. That is the hermit energy. See, we start with you being, keeping to yourself. I feel like you're reading. I feel like you're nourishing yourself, your mind, your body. I feel like solitude is where you're at right now. Maybe you're not feeling so social, possibly. We do have light, which is the sun, which is Leo energy. So we have Virgo and Leo energy here. The light is, it's like a realization, it's a breakthrough that it's time to spend some time in solitude. But I also feel like it's also shining a light on the little things that you need to take care of so you can have balance, this is Libra energy, right? This is the card of justice. So I really do feel like you have all the tools. Look, we all have the tools. Everybody in the world has the tools, but not everybody can see them. And that's for a varying amount of reasons, right? One of the biggest ones is we don't believe it. We don't believe that we are the magic. We don't believe that we have all the tools. We believe that other people might have it. Maybe it's for them and not for me. But it's what we do. We hold ourselves back so we don't have to go through the trials to get what we want. So I feel like you're about to get some balance after seeing something for what it truly is. I feel like you're gaining some wisdom, or your eyes are going to be open to something that you didn't see before, but you're going to start seeing all the little things. And the little things do add up to a big thing. If you're in a group of people, let's say, and we have like, say, 6 people in the group, maybe that one's not happy with their marriage. Maybe that one's not happy with where they work. Maybe that one, you know what I mean? All those little bits and pieces, maybe that one has envy. Maybe that one's jealous of you and you don't even know it. All those little things that you've been ignoring, all those little idiosyncrasies you've been ignoring, I feel could sort of come up at you all at the same time if you don't take care of the things, all the little things that are going on. One more card here, and then we will get to it. Bottom of the deck, we have conflict and defeat. So I think that's where you're coming from, I want to say. That the conflict and defeat might be the place you're coming from, or you might feel a little bit defeated and in conflict as all of this major arcana comes up to make really big changes in your life, I feel. Because you're about to have some sort of a breakthrough. While you're in solitude, while you're in this hermit energy, you're about to gain some wisdom. Tell me what's going on here. One more card. Empathy. I like it. We've got discipline on the bottom of the deck. Empathy says, I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. This is exactly what I was just talking about. This is what's going on here. You're about to get balanced because you see something, both sides of a situation, right? You're seeing that in this energy of the hermit energy. Discipline says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I feel like you are going to have to make some really big decisions because there's a lot of stuff that's about to change, I feel, because the major arcanas show up when there's about to be a lot of change. And really, like I said, you don't have any opportunity to say, no, I want this, no, I don't want that. You don't have that. This is all coming at you at once, and you're going to have to make some different decisions here. All right. Let's find out, Gemini, what the tarot will say. Let's find out what's going on in the week ahead for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on with Gemini. Tell me about Gemini, please. Tell me about Gemini. There we go. So Gemini, it feels like there is going to be some changes coming up in the week ahead here. It feels like you will be disconnecting emotionally from something here, or you have a realization that change is necessary. We do have this card that has like an eclipse. There's the eclipse up there at the top, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of change coming. That's what happens with the eclipse. Things are removed from your life. Things change very quickly. And I feel like she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cups on the ground. She's looking into one. It feels to me like you're pulling away emotionally from a relationship. It could be a love ship. It could be a friendship. It could be a member of the family or a best friend. But she's looking into the last cup, seeing that there really is nothing left here. There's no emotion left here. I don't have anything left to give to this situation. And so we have the Knight of Swords here. It feels like you no longer have anything left to give to this conversation. That's what it feels like. But I want to say that it's almost like it happens in a moment of aggression. Like it feels like you're like, you know what, I'm done with this stuff. That's what it feels like. And then you decide to walk away. What are you walking away from here? Because it feels like you do it in like one fell swoop. Like I'm looking at these two that are arguing, fighting here, right? And so somebody here has got their sword pointed directly at someone. It's like accusatory almost. It feels like there is something coming up in the week ahead that you've decided you can no longer settle for. You can no longer settle for other people in the way that they're acting with you. It feels like you need some balance here, and you're about to have some type of a breakthrough, right? We do have the 8 of Wands, and so I feel the Knight of Swords tells me there's about to be some pretty heavy communication that comes up. It feels like it might come up. It almost like it sprouts from the ground immediately. It's like you don't have control over it. The Knight of Swords is kind of a wily sort of energy, right? It is rebellious, right? It's rebellious. This person's impatient. It's sort of forceful. It's forceful communication. Communication, you didn't want to get into this at the family dinner table, you know what I mean? And it crops up. It feels like it's communication that is very sharp. Tell me about this communication, please, for Gemini. It feels like it comes up at the wrong time, at the wrong place, and I think you're over it. It almost feels like somebody here is dealing with someone who likes to pick fights in front of friends, who likes to pick fights at the dinner table, almost like they'll wait until there's other people around so they can garner sympathy from other people around them. And I want to say with the Ten of Swords that you just finally have to lay it to rest. I feel like that when this person comes at you aggressively about why you've been emotionally disconnected from the situation with them, that you just finally give it to them. Look, I don't think it's working out. I think you're betraying me. I think this has been slamming of doors and silent treatments. It feels like you're being put on the spot, and I don't think that you like that, Gemini, but you're being put on the spot to say something about a situation. And in order to get balance, in order to get karmic balance, in order to be able to find sort of a common ground or a balanced ground, I think that you either walk away or you say to this person, I can't deal with it anymore. I don't want to do this with you anymore. It feels like something is about to come to an end, and it comes to an end because of some, what I want to say, it's not random communication, but it's like somebody gets on their high horse and they do it in public. It feels like they do it while other people are watching in an effort to maybe make you feel bad, or maybe hopefully get everyone else to pressure you into their side of the story. Kind of what it feels like. Tell me more about Gemini, please. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Three of Pentacles. It does feel like it does come on quickly. I want to say that as soon as somebody says something or tries to cause a fight, we've got Libra here twice. I feel like that you just want to put a cap on it. You're like, this isn't the place, this isn't the time, and if you keep this up, I'm just going to walk out. I feel like with the Knight of Wands, it's like it escalates. That's what it feels like. It escalates after that. And you're like, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, I'm not putting energy into this. That's not what I'm here to do. I feel like you're like, let's get back into this balanced energy, this energy of partnership. Can we work on it together? I feel like you're the one who is the mediator. Like you're the one who's like, you know what, this isn't the place to talk about it, but as soon as we get out of here, let's have a conversation. But I feel like almost saying that escalates it. Whoever you're arguing with, whoever you're about to bring something to an end with in order to get balance, it feels like this person might be a friend or a friend of a friend. Maybe someone sticks their nose in where it doesn't belong. We do have the Ace of Cups, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Hermit energy. It does feel like that there is a group of people that you're going to be in, which is the Three of Pentacles to me, and somebody does pick a fight. That's what it feels like. Somebody picks a fight, says something rude, and you're just not having it this time. Like it feels like this is something that goes on, and as you say, look, I'm not talking about this, I will get up and leave, I feel like it escalates at that point. You're like, no. You're holding your ground, Gemini. I think you're looking at it logically, holding your ground and saying, no, I'm not putting any energy into this. We're in a group of friends. I feel like this is a love relationship I'm talking about. Someone is testing the King of Wands. You might have fire. You don't have to. But we have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo here. I feel like instead of reacting, like maybe the King of Wands would, instead of exerting your authority. And what I mean by that is hulking up and saying, you know what, sit down, you got nothing to say. Instead of doing something like that, I feel like you take it into silence. I feel like you go in complete silence and you go within. I feel like you surprise yourself. We've got the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you surprise yourself, but I feel like this has been a long time coming. I feel like instead of being the King of Wands in this love relationship, instead of reacting to something or running for it, running for the shiny thing, like the shiny thing might be the argument, I feel like you back away. You back away and go within the self, and you're like, no, I'm not going to let you do that in this group of people here. We've got the Nine of Swords. I've got the Seven of Swords, and we've got the Devil. It's like this person who's arguing with you, Gemini, this person is a right fighter. This person is someone who will, that one who's like toxic. They don't know how to argue properly. And like there's a proper way to argue. This person is going to bring things up from the past. Things that friends and family don't know anything about. They're going to say, yeah, well, I thought I saw something on your phone. Are you going to tell your mother what I saw on your phone? Do you know what I mean? Like somebody is really trying your patience, I want to say, in the week ahead. Somebody is trying your patience for sure. Somebody who thinks that they have ammunition that they are keeping under the surface. And I feel like this person is going to get caught in their own lie. You can see in this picture, this person is about to get caught here, right? This person is going to get caught in their own lie. And it feels like other people are going to see them as the toxic one, because what do? You don't fight back. You just back away. Now, Gemini, you're going to say, oh, Gemini never backs away. Look, for those of you who are telling everybody in the collective what kind of Gemini you are, keep it to yourself. You're a certain kind of Gemini because of your moon and your rising. There are other people who are different Geminis from you because of their moon and their rising. So whatever you're about to say in the comments about what Gemini does or doesn't do, please keep in mind that that's your opinion coming from you and your signs. And it's not for everybody. I feel like there is a Gemini here that I'm talking to who is in a love relationship with somebody who plays dirty. And I feel like instead of attacking that person in the midst of everybody, instead of doing that, I feel like you go into hermit mode because you know that you've done this before. You've attacked verbally before and it never works out for you. It ends up in other people seeing a bad light on you. And I feel like what you want is you're in this energy of I want balance. I don't want to fight with you. I'd rather be in hermit mode. Let's talk about it when we're not in such a fiery energy. But the devil energy being here is like the person that you're fighting against is very toxic. Yeah. They are someone who just is like, who would just rather, pull down your character. That's what it feels like. What goes on from here, please? What's the, is there a resolution? What happens from here? We've got the Strength card. There you are. You are holding yourself back from taking off ahead. I feel like you could do it easily because you're smart and you know how to fight. You know how to fight smart. But I think that you're not doing it in front of this group of people. We have the Queen of Wands and we do have the Five of Pentacles. So it does feel like you will be putting someone on the outside looking in here. We do have a soulmate couple and it feels like there is an argument that's about to end a relationship. It will end in betrayal. I feel like that you wanted to go at it the right way. You wanted to talk about it privately, hermit mode and the King of Wands. You wanted to talk about it privately and get it figured out. But this person is going for the jugular. And you know what? You're like, I'm just going to walk away. And we're going to go home. I'm going to go into hermit mode. There's going to be no arguments, no fights. I'm going to hold back. And then I'm going to tell you to get the hell out. I feel like that's what's going on here in the week ahead. I've got the Hierophant. I feel like somebody here is in a marriage that's about to be broken or a committed relationship that's about to be broken because that person hasn't learned their lesson. But Gemini, I think you have. We do have the Nine of Wands and the Lovers here. Yeah. This relationship that you've been in with the Lovers here, I feel has hurt you a lot. And I feel like it's just about ready to end. We're just about ready to figure this whole thing out with the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. It happens in a moment. Like with the Page of Cups being here, it's like it happens in a second. You find out some information and you're like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'll be back, my friends, because I am always back. Have yourself a great weekend. Bye-bye.